Good morning, guys. Sleep Grandma here. Oh, my hair looks weird today. Excuse me. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm on my way to work at the church this morning. You have to forgive my teeth. I still haven't got my new teeth in yet. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about this. I waited a little while to do this video because I was very, very angry. So I think I've calmed down long enough to talk about this now. I wanted to talk to you about this Officer Clyde Kerr, K-E-R-R. He was a black officer that committed suicide. I don't know, what is it, 2 weeks ago or something like that. And he left this video. I couldn't stand to sit through the whole video because I found it to be infuriating. But you know, I've heard people comment on it and what he says, and basically he just says that there's people out there that need help, and that if you need help, seek help, and you know, that all his life he did a lot for the community. He tried his best to do his best for the community, blah blah blah. The reason I'm so angry, because I don't want to be disrespectful, but the reason I'm so angry is because he left 2 sons behind. I don't know how old the boys are, but I imagine they're in their teens. I don't know. He's in his 40s, but well, let's say it really doesn't matter the age they are, because all children need their parents, you know? So he's talking about, you know, people needing help, and he goes and offs himself. He pussies out and goes and offs himself, right? And he's talking about, you know, if you need help, go for help. And he goes and offs himself. I mean, what sense does that make? What kind of example is that for your kid? I mean, as parents, we're supposed to be here to guide our children and to teach them how to navigate this life. So when you go and off yourself, end your own life, you're teaching them that suicide is an option, and suicide should never be an option. Now, I think that he should have went and sought help with therapy. They have free therapy for police officers. They have medical insurance. A lot of people don't. I mean, for me, there's no excuse. There's no excuse except your damn ego not to go get help, okay? But what aggravates me the most is that he left his children behind. You know, if this guy really had balls, he would have quit the police force. He said, I can't imagine myself doing anything else. Well, you could have quit the police force, gone into social work, right? And helped a lot of people. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the things he would have done for young people if he had become a mentor for young men? Can you imagine the difference he would have made? With his experience, his you know, courage to become an officer in the first place. You know, he was in good shape physically. He looked like he had a nice, you know, nice body. So obviously he could have given workout tips and stuff like that. But he threw it all away. He threw it all away because he said, I'm done, and he was out of here. You know, that's just so much shit to me. So angry about that. You know, when I was 23 years old, by then I had my 2 little girls, because I got, you know my story. I got pregnant. I got married when I was 18 and a half to my 34-year-old husband. And I had my 2 girls by the time I was 23. I think they were like probably 2 and 3 years old. My husband was so mean to me and so abusive that I wanted to commit suicide. But I thought about my girls, and I thought, no, you brought those kids here, Debbie, and you're gonna have to, I don't care what you do, you're gonna have to see them through. And I didn't commit suicide. I stayed. I saw my girls through. And to this day, I still help them navigate life when they ask me. Now, mind you, they don't listen to me half the time, but when they do, it makes a difference. But I didn't pussy out, man. I didn't pussy out. So, you know, a lot of times things go sour for us, you know, like we're in a career that, you know, he was a police officer. It wasn't what he thought it was. He saw the racism in being a police officer and everything. I guess he was kind of naive that he didn't know that existed, okay? But, sometimes losing your job is the best thing that could ever happen to you. Seriously. My divorce was the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, I knew it would be better because it couldn't get any worse. But I'm just saying, sometimes you don't know. You don't know where God wants you. You don't know what God has in store for you. So you just have to stick with it and see what happens, you know. Just be patient. Say, Lord, help me. Lord, guide me. I've always trusted Jehovah, my Father in heaven. I've always said, you know, Jehovah, I don't know what this means right now, but help me. Please help me. You know, please help for me to understand. Please help for me to be patient with your process, and I trust you, my Father, and I'm going to go with it. Like when I told you when I got the job at the church, God, maybe 2 years ago, they wanted me to teach Sunday school. I've never taught Sunday school, and I'm not a Presbyterian. But I said, okay, my Father, I don't know what this means, but I will trust that you're leading me in a good direction. And sure enough, here we are 2 years later. I'm still working there, even though I cut my hours back severely, but they love me there. I love them. It's all good. I can, whenever I want to, I can slow down on the days I work, or I can tell them I'm not available. I can go on vacation anytime I want to. So it really is a convenient job. And I use a lot of their art supplies, which is fine because, you know, they're fine with that. And I use them and I bring them back. So that saves me a lot of money. But yeah, I mean, but I trusted the process. You know, you don't just go and off yourself when, you know, there's many paths to happiness. And who are you to say that being a police officer was his only path to happiness? Now, pushing him aside, his sons, what are they supposed to do now? Gosh, I look terrible. I ate too much cheese last night. My eyes are just swollen. Who's going to guide them? You know, don't we have enough fatherless kids out here? Hello? Thanks, buddy. You just made our job harder. So now these kids are always going to think that, number one, dad didn't love them enough to stay. And number two, that, you know, things don't work out. Oh, well, you can always kill yourself. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. You know, especially if you have kids, don't be a pussy. Stick it out and ask for God's guidance, okay? Ask for God's leadership. Your kids depend on you. I don't care how old they are. My daughters still depend on me. My daughters would be crushed if something happened to me. And it's not because I'm that great, but but they know that I will do anything for them. And that makes all the difference in the world. So anyway, guys, sorry to bring this up on Valentine's Day, but I just really had this on my mind. And no, I don't have a Valentine's Day. I haven't dated. Well, I mean, I had that so-called boyfriend, but anyway, I haven't been in a relationship for 5 years. Just got sick of it, still sick of it. Just can't find a decent person worth my time. So maybe someday I will, maybe I won't, whatever. I'm happy with today. I have my t-shirts coming out. I will make a video about that. My t-shirts are coming out this week, if not this afternoon, but I'll let you guys know for sure. Much love and have a great day, guys. Appreciate what you already have. Bye. And don't do whatever you have to do not to take your own life, for God's sake. Don't pussy out, man. Stay with this. Hang in there.